I'm obsessed with it, can't change my ways. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form, staying in shape.
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more.
I'm gonna run it up, though you know your fun is up. James knew back when I was coming up, didn't wanna know then. Now I bet they're loving us no more. No R&R, the bar is raised. If you know me, now I can bar for days. Nothing there to prove, cause I've done enough. Lights out, still gonna keep the torch. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more?
You wanna try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more. Show you a little piece, wanna see some more. Try to beat the force, I wanna try to defeat the law. You wanna be with me, of course. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more, see some more. Soul gonna rise when I leave this corpse. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more, see some, see some. I never mind if people change. I wanna try and heal my pain. How do you buy what can't be sold? How can you lie to me in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face, in my face? That's how still gonna keep the torch. Show you look a piece, wanna see some more?
We about to move, son. Don't talk back unless you do, son. I make the backyard feel like a stampede. I make a trash car feel like it's a band lead. Hanging like a war hall or like a band seed. And hit the stage, turn the people into family. I'm talking back.
It's a stadium known for its design, its noise, and a fan base so passionate. Brock, you know this firsthand. They've retired a jersey number for them. Welcome, everybody, to Labbin Field here in Seattle, Washington. Michael Dixon with the honor of getting us started. And away we go from Labbin Field. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Purdy throwing here to start. Reeled in by George Kittle. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Brought in by Ayuk. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. That's good for 7 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. A Maffei bringing that play to a halt. They get it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's a 49er first down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board, and the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
On third down, Purdy. Short pass brought in. Breaks the tackle. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Purdy gonna go on fourth. And it's gonna be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on down.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Let's go.
Throwing from the gun here. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Putting a receiver in motion. Here he is on third and long. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the 49ers will take over deep on their own side. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Second and 3 now. On the ground, this is Isaac Garinda. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
McCaffrey on third down. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Purdy gets this from the pistol. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Slot man motioned over. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. From the 48. This is McCaffrey, left side. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And he gets him around 6 there. Troy Anderson that time with the tackle. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. They stick with McCaffrey. And they bring him down around the 34. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3. We've arrived at the end of one on Thursday night. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the 2nd. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're moving it well, but now face a 3rd and short. Quick pass, right side, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Purdy. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. That finds Ayuk, complete. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Shotgun, handoff to Garendo. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Now a give. It's McCaffrey headed right. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers get the game's first points here in the 2nd. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Moody knocks that extra point through. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's Wisnowski now to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll throw to begin this drive. Taken in by Noah Fant. And he crosses midfield before going out. It's a gain of 22. And it sets up Seattle with first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Let's go now.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And it's a nice gain on the run, aided by that broken tackle. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
They motion Kump over right. 2nd and 3. Cut for big yards on the right side. All the way, touchdown Seattle! The Seahawks can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer? Nobody.
And it's another miss. His second extra point that's been off the mark. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
Hey, Kate, you know this from covering the Seahawks, calling their preseason game. When Pete Carroll was there, if he said it once, he said it 100 times. Stay on top, stay on top, stay on top. You'll give up a short little out route like that, but just stay on top of the deep threat.
Completed here to McCaffrey. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. Buys time, rolling right. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
You know, I don't mind taking that risk, especially on early downs. You try to shot downfield, it doesn't work. But Kate, the good news, you've got 2 more downs to try to find a first.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. From the gun, McCaffrey. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Leonard Williams applying the hit there. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That goes for 36 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco first down. Now a give to Guerrero. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll send him over right. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Purdy to throw it. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and third downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those. That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Let's go now. 70 range. 19 Lion.
From the 32. He fires one deep down the middle. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. There it is. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get some late points and the lead. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
That one splits the uprights. And the Seahawks push their lead to 3. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Now it's Purdy. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Brought in inside the 20. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers get some late points and the lead. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the 49ers take a 4-point lead. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Go!
Running back sent in motion.
18, 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
Throwing now from the gun. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
On the toss, it's McCaffrey.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Purdy setting up that play action. Hits him on the out route. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. 1st down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Buffalo 18. Hey, check that. 3. Go.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. That throw behind his intended target. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw again, it's Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Purdy throwing here. Has him on the quick hitter. And he goes out a little short of the 40.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Now Purdy. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And this one does not go far. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. He was money on his 1st field goal, Brock. His 2nd coming a little inside of 50 yards. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. Here's Wisnowski now to handle the kickoff. And that kick goes out of bounds. They're going to get great field position out of this. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. First and 10 from the 41.
Let's go now.
Running left, here's Walker. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Okay, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Ready? 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Man in motion here.
Check go.
Pass play on first and 10. He finds Fant. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's first and 10.
Go.
Looking to the air here. Fires right away, but incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
70. Warriors 70. 19 tight. 19 tight. Panther Street. Panther Street. Get up.
Second and 10 now. Left side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed, when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Set. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Purdy looking to throw. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Hunter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And they were giving him no chance to return this one. It soars over the sideline deep in enemy territory. Looks like right around the 8.
On the set.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Set. Hurt. Hurt. Set. Ready, ready.
Handoff running left, Walker. And that's good for a gain of 5. Renardo Green with that tackle. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Staying with Walker. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Throwing now on first down. Finds a man, right side. And what a hit there. Alex, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Here we go, here we go.
Hand off to Walker from the gun. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Bernardo Green with that tackle. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. Cut out left. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Let's go now.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Panther 60, Panther 60, Panther 11, Panther Mustang 19.
Throwing from the gun. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Ready?
Man in motion, headed right.
Go.
And he stopped cold at the spot. He paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
It's first downs like that, Kate, just with the toughness of these receivers, that I can't help but think about some old school dudes. These playbooks have evolved so much in the NFL. Can you imagine some of the physical receivers back in the day and how badly they would have loved to play in the systems like this, to just find a way time and again to put the ball in their hands?
Okay, ready?
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. To the ground it goes. That's incomplete.
Can't cover it much better than that really well covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Go! 18, Pioneer!
Throwing it again here. Connects with fate. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
We've reached the end of the third quarter on this Thursday night. It's the Seahawks with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Catch is made in close. Touchdown, Seattle! So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. The kick is good, so this game now hinging on every possession as we're tied up in the fourth. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Purdy to throw it. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. It creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They'll try it right with McCaffrey. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
You know what I liked about a 2nd and short run play, Kate? Yeah, I like getting a 1st down. But you know what I like even more? That's going to set up a play-action pass in a similar down and distance, and that defense is going to have to key on the run.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1.
A humble 5-6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Garindo running between the tackles. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. This one goes for 3 yards. And that's a 49er 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Purdy on 1st down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Going run again with McCaffrey. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Here's Purdy to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Kittle brings it in. And they're going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take a 4th quarter lead. George Kittle, the touchdown. PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Here's Wishnowski now to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Gets this to Fant. And he's able to cross the 40 before going out. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Seahawks will have a 1st down. He's going to throw this one. He'll get this to Cup. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 46. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a 1-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
Come on, set. Go.
He's back to throw. Walker hauls it in. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Seattle. Seahawks down by 7.
Ready.
They still need 10, but the offense getting set on 4th down.
Set. 7 Pirates.
Looking to throw. Throw caught by his running back. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the 1st. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Walker on 1st down. And his charge towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Setting up to pass. He finds Fant. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them the first down.
All right, set now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cardinal, 18 Cardinal, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Warriors 70, 19 tight, 19 tight. Ready?
He'll look to throw it. Into the hands of Walker. Oh, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the 49ers. Look. Here, Brock, you take away the ending, and that drive was outstanding. It was everything they were hoping for. Unfortunately, all that work and efforts, it's gone.
Hey, Kate, Cal, how important were those finals?
Pretty important.
Yeah, so was that ball security right there.
On the counter, McCaffrey. And he's brought down for a loss. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. Now Seattle going to call it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped. They come through with a nice gain.
I said, okay, okay, Lou.